What's up, beautiful people, and welcome or welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Crystal and this is Bond Book Reviews, and today we're going to be jumping into a huge haul. As you can tell by the thumbnail and the title, we're going to be doing two unboxings as well as a haul. This is all of the books that I have acquired in the month of March. Yeah, March. So we have the Fable Crate, the Fabled Knights boxes from February, March. We have a kind of like op shoppy haul that I got, which was there. And then we have a couple of books that I have won or received from publishers. So we have a variety of amazing books to jump into. So without further ado, let's just dive on in and see what I've been lucky enough to acquire. So we will start with the Fabled Knights box. This was meant to obviously arrive in February, but there was a lot of like shipping issues with it. It was meant to be like a Valentine's Day special box that the Fable Crate released. But it is finally here, and well, I have heard mixed reviews about whether people think it is worth the wait or not. I personally enjoy this box. I think that it is great. Was it a little overpriced? Potentially, but I'll let you be the judge of that when I open this box and you see what we have inside. All we were told was that there was going to be a custom book from a romance author. They gave us some hints and it was quite obvious who it was going to be, but we didn't know which book by this author it was going to be. And then there's also like a little trinket in there as well that goes along with it. So as you open up, obviously the Fable Crate is also very well known for their pins as well. So there is a exclusive Fabled Knights pin that starts off our box. Then you have your trinket, which goes with the book, which is a honey trap necklace, which I don't know how well that's going to show up, but yeah, you can see it's a little bee on a beehive. I mean, I don't hate it. I love bees, so I probably would wear this, but I'm not a huge necklace wearer, but I might find occasion for it. But the main reason I wanted this box was for the book, because I knew once I saw all the spoilers what the author was, that I would want most likely a copy of this. It comes in this beautiful Fabled Knights satin bag to keep the book protected. You probably don't have to store it in it, but I've just kept it in there for this unboxing. And then inside we have this. So it is a copy of the book Honey Trap by Tate James. If you have not read Tate James before, she is an amazing romance author and you definitely need to do yourself a favor. Obviously stunning gold, both front and back, beautiful covers. Then down the side you have kind of like a bee sprayed edge, like honeycomb with bees in it, which I personally haven't read Honey Trap by Tate James, but her romances are quite dark. So to me, it seems really strange to have this like pretty little bumblebee pattern, but it does kind of work with honeybee. So I get it. I get with Honey Trap, so I do kind of get it. Now they have also announced that they are going to be releasing book 2 and 3 in this series in a special custom exclusive edition that will match this. So of course the collector in me needs to get those because I have to. And it does come with a signed book plate as well. But the cool thing about it is hopefully, if all goes according to plan, there is going to be a romance event that is hosted by Tate James in Sydney next year. So hopefully I'll be able to go and get it personally signed by her instead of needing to use the signed book plate. Next up, we have another stunning edition that was sent to me. It is a exclusive ARC. There was only 100 of these sent out from the amazing Simon & Schuster in conjunction with the author Lauren Shatter, and that is The Winter Dress. You would have seen me post this on my Instagram. If you haven't already, make sure you do go follow me over there, because I do post things on there that I don't talk about on here, whether it be reviews, books I've received, what's going on in my life. Yeah, I definitely put extra things on Instagram that I don't put on here. So if you haven't followed me on Instagram already, definitely head over there and give me a follow. But yes, it is this a beautiful signed ARC copy that has been sent to me of The Winter Dress by Lauren Shatter. This is an amazing historical fiction. I loved this one. I definitely love Lauren Chatter's writing. She has also written The Lace Weaver, which I was a fan of. So when I got asked to be put on the tour for this, it was a no-brainer. I said 100% yes. and she delivered. This is a phenomenal read for any historical fiction lover, so I can 100% recommend it if you are looking for new historical fiction. Another book that I was kindly sent from a publisher was from HarperCollins, and that is 27 Letters to My Daughter. This is a story of letters that are put together from a mother who is dying, that she has written for her daughter that she is leaving behind, teaching her various things from how to be strong, how to be a woman, how to know your self-worth, etc. And I just think that it is going to be a heart-wrenching read. I have decided that I don't think I can read it while I'm pregnant. We're going to wait and see if I have a daughter or not, as to whether or not I will be emotionally stable enough to read this book. But I definitely wanted to add it to my collection, and I feel like it's going to be a really good read when I do get around to it. Now, I was lucky enough to win a giveaway, and I pretty much left it up to the person who was hosting the giveaway and said, surprise me. It was a indie author giveaway, so I could pretty much said to them, just pick any indie romance author. I listed a few that I had heard a lot about, and they sent me Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark, which I know that Rye from Rye's Reading Corner will be very excited for me to be adding this to my collection. She's going to be screaming at me. I can hear it already, telling me to read this book. Don't worry, I will be putting it on one of my very recent TBRs as soon as I possibly can, because I've heard nothing but good things about Sophie Lark and this Brutal Prince series. So yes, I was excited to win that one when it showed up on my doorstep as a nice surprise. All I know is that it's a dark mafia romance, I recall, maybe. I don't know. I'm sorry, Rye, if I'm butchering that. But yes, I'm very excited to read it regardless, because everyone loves Sophie Lark. Now let's jump into... Ow, please don't kick me there. Now let's jump into my secondhand bookshop haul of books that I acquired. Now, every single one of these was $2 or less. And I walked into this off shop probably 15 minutes before they were going to close, not realizing that they were about to close. And I had like a stack of books in my hand, and like I was planning on like going through and deciding which ones I actually wanted. And she comes up and she goes, "Hey, I'm really sorry we're closing. You're going to need to check out now." So I walked out with a bunch. I've since looked into some of them, and I am actually pretty excited with some of my choices. Like, First Instinct was probably like working well. So the first one is Black Arts by Prentice and Wheel. I picked this one purely because of the cover. Like, I just looked at that and went, that looks like fantasy that I need in my life. But it says on the back, London is teeming warren of thieves and cutthroats. Young Jack fits right in. But when he picks the wrong pocket, he finds himself in London far more dangerous than he ever imagined. A metropolis of spies and dark magic, a city that will change him, a city where devils are real. So I have a feeling this is kind of one of those alter city fantasies where it is an alternative London. But it is part of a series. It's book one in a series. It's not too chunky. It's only about 480 pages. But yeah, I'm excited. It does look pretty good. I hadn't heard of it at all before I picked it off the shelf. I purely was just like, cover buy, and then I had to buy it because I had to be rushed out the door. And then I looked into it further, and there has been some pretty positive reviews about it. This next one I'm nervous about because of the topic of conversation, like the main thing within it. So it is Contagion by Terry. Now, my understanding of this is that it is like a post-apocalyptic kind of like epidemic kind of going on, but there's like a missing person. As they're trying to find this person, they find themselves in the heart of this like epidemic that's going on. It is first in a series. There is 3 in this series, and it does sound up my alley in terms of like the dystopian-esque kind of environment. I have a feeling it is YA, but I am not 100% sure. But yeah, I just couldn't walk away. I love this cover. Like, it is a hooded girl with a like. I just thought that was really clever. But yeah, that is the second book that I got from the op shop. Next is Letters from the Lighthouse, which is by Emma Carroll. This is a historical fiction, which I think is based on a true story. We weren't supposed to be going to the pictures that night, not when German bombs had been falling like pennies from a jar. February 1941, a bomb blast, a chance encounter, her mother's coat. This is all Olive can remember on the night her sister Suki went missing. With London unsafe, Olive and her brother are evacuated to the Devonshire coast to stay with a mysterious lighthouse keeper. There, Olive must solve a mystery of her own, a strange coded note which seems to link Suki to Devon and to something dark and impossibly dangerous. So I haven't really read too many middle grade historical fiction thrillers, and that's kind of the vibe that I got from that. So I am very excited, and it does have like a 4.7 on Goodreads, so it is very well loved. But I hadn't heard of it, and I am very excited to jump in. Next, we have The God Runner by Bren MacDibble. This one is again a dystopian kind of thing. There's two children that are living in a world that is starving, and the only way to survive is to make a life-altering trip. But they are two young children that have to make the trip by themselves with 5 dogs and a sled, and then one of them gets injured and the other one has to make the trip effectively alone, trying to get to the safe place. And I just think it's going to be an emotional read. I think it's going to be an exciting and eventful read. It is not too long, so I think I'll get through it pretty quickly, and the writing is quite big, so I'm very excited for that one, and that cover is just absolutely stunning. Next, we have The Beginning Woods by Malcolm McNeil. This one, I literally looked at the back and it says, a mystery no one can solve, a baby no one wanted, a secret that could save the future, a story that will take you to another world. And I was like, mystery, fantasy, pretty cover, $2, why the hell not? And then of course got flung out the door, and I looked into it further, and apparently it's really, really enjoyable by a lot of people. So we shall see. Have you heard of this one? Let me know in the comments. A lot of these were literally impulse buys because I had the stack and they were like, you've got to go, and I couldn't walk away because I felt like they were tugging at me. So I'm hoping that there's a reason these books called to me. This next one I only picked up because it was a hardcover, and I was like, we have like no hardcovers. It's impossible to get hardcovers in Australia. But then I looked into it further and was like so glad that I picked it up. It's called Words on Fire, and it's by Jennifer A. Nielsen. And this is a World War II, I think. And it follows the story of when Russia invaded Lithuania, I believe. And pretty much everyone must become Russian. They have banned Lithuanian books, religion, culture, and even the language. But Audra knows her parents are involved in something secret and perilous. When Cossacks arrive abruptly on their door, Audra's parents insist that she flee, take with her an important package and instructions for where to deliver it. But escape means abandoning her parents to a terrible fate. As Audra embarks on a journey to deliver the mysterious package, she faces unimaginable risks, and soon she becomes caught up in the growing resistance movement. Can joining the underground network of book smugglers give Audra a chance to rescue her parents? So I love books about resistance, and I love books with like that strong female lead. I think it's going to be amazing. So yes, definitely glad I picked that one up. And this one was purely because of the fact that it was hardcover, and this cover just like spoke to me. I was like, you're gonna have a good time when you read this. And that is Beyonders, A World Without Heroes, which is by Brandon Mull. And obviously this is a series, but look at that. Just looks right up my alley. Obviously underneath is just like boring hardback, but yes, I haven't even looked into this. All I know is that it is most likely fantasy based on this cover, and it is most likely going to take me on an amazing ride, and I'm going to love the characters because he seems like assassinistic, if that's even a word. I don't know. I'm just really excited. So yes, that is the last book that I have hauled. I was really good in the month of April. I didn't actually get too many books. And I think all up, I only spent like $14. So I'm really excited. Now let's jump into the Fable Crate box for the month of April. Now the theme for the month of April was Fighting Spirit, which again, these covers are always stunning, like their themes. Inside we have goodies. Now I am making the tough decision to drop down to the book and pin only. I'm just finding that I'm not really using the extra items very often, and with the baby on the way, I just think it's an expense I can cut. So I am going to be swapping down to the book and pin only moving forward. So therefore I will not be doing Fable Crate unboxings on my channel anymore. I will just be telling you within my book hauls what book it was that I acquired from the Fable Crate, and of course showing you the pin because they deserve to be shown. But yeah, because there's not going to be too many extra things, I won't be doing like a full unboxing of them anymore on my channel, but I am still going to be getting them. I'm just going to be dropping down to the book and pin only. Okay, so first up we have a it's not a necklace, Crystal. First up we have a bracelet which is made out of false pearls. I have no idea what theme this is from. Oh, it's a scrunchie. Why did I think it was a bracelet? Okay, it's a scrunchie inspired by a crown of coral and pearl. Okay, cool. Let's put it in. Let's put it in, shall we? Whoop. It's probably gonna get stuck in my hair, but we'll wear it for the rest of the video. No, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. It's pretty. It doesn't really go with what I'm wearing, but we'll just go with it. Okay, so there's a scrunchie, is our first item. Our second item is a mysterious box, and inside we have cranes that have all been done, which I'm assuming is a 6 Crimson Cranes reference, because I can't think of anything else it would be. We have our squidgies, oh, with something stuck to it. They're gonna go on the floor and I'll worry about them later. We have fluffy socks. These will definitely get used in winter, 100%, and it looks like they've been handmade, which like is really cool. So yeah, fluffy socks, which are from what? I don't know. After battling mythological creatures and supervillains, take some time to rest and relax with these super cute cupcake socks. Even the fiercest feet will love them. We have our monthly pin, which to me looks Beauty and the Beast inspired, but I know it's not. Oh, it's Once a Broken Heart cup of tea inspired. We have a scarf by the looks of it. That says, I've already met my emotional availability quota for the day. Yes. Now apparently it can be used as a neck chief, a headband, a scarf, a Alice band, a wristband, a hairband, a foulard, or a cap. So there's multiple different ways you can wear it. You're probably not going to be able to see that. I probably won't wear it. It's just not really my style, but yeah, it's pretty cool that it's multifunction. We have the book, but there's an item under the book that I'm going to go to first. And I already can tell that this is from the lovely Craft of Stars that is now Charlie and Fox. And it is one of their fabric book sleeves, which I will show you how that works when I am done looking at the book. So I'll show you how that works on a book. But our book for the month is Bright Ruined Things by Samantha Cohey, which obviously comes with a letter from the author and a signed book plate. And it has beautiful red sprayed edges, and it looks as though this month actually comes with, I don't know how well these are going to show up on camera, but it comes with removable kind of like see-through chapter starters, so it like frames your book. I'll see if I can get the next one. Ooh. Oh, that's beautiful. And it looks as though there's one also at the start of the book. Yes, so that's really cool that it comes with something a little extra that it doesn't usually. This one's not reversible, this dust jacket, so it's just the plain white on the inside. And the book inside just has the gold embossing on the edge. Let's learn about this book together. Okay, Forbidden Magic, a family secret and a night to reveal it all. The only life May has ever known is on the island, living in the charity of the wealthy Prosper family who control the island's magic and its spirits. May longs for the magic of her own and to have a place among the Prosper family, where her best friend Coco will see her as equal and her crush Miles will finally see her. But tonight is first night. When the Prospers and their high society friends celebrate the night, Lord Prosper first harnessed the island's magic and started producing ether, a magical fuel source that has revolutionized the world. With everyone returning to the island, May finally has a chance to go after what she's always wanted. When the spirits start inexplicably dying, May realizes that things aren't what they seem, and Ivo, the reclusive, mysterious heir to the Prosper magic, may hold all the answers, including a secret about May's past. As May and her friends unravel the mysteries of the island and the Prosper magic, May starts to question the truth of what her world was built on. So there you have it. That is the final book that I acquired for the month of April. So let me put these all together so that you can see my stack. Which one are you most excited to hear my thoughts on? Let me know in the comments down below. Which ones have you read? Which ones haven't you read? Which ones do you think were a terrible buy? I don't know. Just give me a comment down below. And if you have nothing to say but you would like to leave a comment, then you can drop a sexy man emoji down in the comments below in the Brutal Prince fashion. And until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend and happy reading.